What is up, YouTube? Just back here watching the Whyte Rivas fights, and David Price gave David Allen. But up first is a great fight. Going to be very interesting, I'd say. Derek Chisora, against Arthur Szpilka. Szpilka just came in there. He looks up for this league. For Szpilka himself, it's really probably just a payday. David Chisora, Derek Chisora has a good ranking. He's 17th in the world. Szpilka 25th. I don't think either of them is ever really going to get another world title shot, but it's a good fight. It'll be interesting. Szpilka maybe has the slight upper hand, but Derek Chisora definitely got more experience. Of course, you remember Szpilka from fighting Deontay Wilder. Very interesting fight as it went. It was a spectacular knockout, but he did cause Deontay Wilder some problems. Derek Chisora just strolling in now to the ring, and with his trademark Union Jack covering his face there. But yeah, no, so in for an interesting fight. Let me know what you think yourselves, how you think it's going to win, and who's going to win. And we'll see very soon. Derek Chisora maybe being used as a bit of a name here. Maybe, I don't know. Szpilka obviously is not the person that probably got this fight. It's probably Chisora, and Matchroom picked him as a name for Chisora. It is a good 50-50 fight. You know, both of them got similar records. Derek Chisora got a record of 30 wins, 21 knockouts, 9 losses. But, you know, he stepped up a lot of the time. And maybe a few decisions like Robert Helenius that went against him when possibly shouldn't have. Very strange to see David Hay, even though I know they've been together for a while now, but very strange to see the two of them in the same corner. It's yeah, it's a weird one, but seems to be working well for Derek Chisora so far in his twilight years, and yeah, we're going to see now exactly what he could do against Szpilka. I maybe plan. Don't really know about this one, to be honest, how I'm going to predict it, but just maybe slightly give it to Szpilka because of age, because he's got 5 years. But Derek Chisora definitely got the better experience. Let me know your thoughts anyway, who you think is going to win between Chisora and Szpilka. But yeah, Szpilka's record 22 wins, 15 by knockout, 3 losses, 3 by knockout. Names on his record really is just the top guys he's fought. Byron Jennings, he lost TKO. Deontay Wilder, of course, great fight. He lost by spectacular knockout, but while he was in it, it was a entertaining fight, and he did cause Wilder problems. That's probably what put him on the map. Other than that, he's fought the other top guys in Poland. So Nowacki, he lost to him by TKO, beat Adamic, beat Wack by decision, both of them. Split decision, unanimous decision, but Wack obviously was just last year, it was 38, so make it out what you will. But, you know, probably big fights in Poland, so fair play to him. Again, he's probably getting a good payday here. Derek Chisora, 30 wins, 21 by knockout, 9 losses, 3 of those by knockout. But again, he's had a good career, and don't see it as the end for him. He is 35 years of age, so Szpilka's 30. Really, Chisora is 17th in the world, Szpilka 25th. I don't see either of them getting a world title fight, but you know, Szpilka and Chisora maybe both could be used by other up and comers as a name, you know. So in the future, Chisora's got a bit of a reputation now as a gatekeeper for up and comers, which is a bit harsh, really. Maybe it looked like he was coming to an end there, and then he knocked out Takam there, which great knockout. That was about a year ago now, July, a year ago. So yeah, it's going Gonna be an interesting fight. It could really go either way. Um, I don't think it's gonna go the full length just because I know Chisora has changed a little bit since he's been with David Hay, but I think age maybe he's caught up with him now as opposed to before. Maybe his fitness wasn't there. Now I think just possibly age. So I don't see it going the distance. Either one could get knocked out. Szpilka obviously 3 losses, 3 knockouts. He was knocked out 3 times. So yeah, definitely could either one could be knocked out. But if it did go the distance, I'm just going to slightly give it to Szpilka just because of age. But Chisora got much better into round one now. Szpilka with green gloves, and Chisora obviously possibly going to want to knock Szpilka out early just to save a bit of gas in his tank there. If that's still an issue, I don't know. But 35, you'd imagine the years are creeping up with him. He's possibly so. Just a feeler out round, both holding each other. Szpilka, very entertaining fighter himself. With the fight against Wilder, and again he did lose, but by spectacular knockout. So I like fights like that. You can either knock somebody out or get knocked out. Either way, it's going to be entertaining. So yeah, let me know what you think yourselves of any of the fights tonight, but particularly this one so far. Chisora against Szpilka. Who do you think is going to win? How do you think they're going to win it? And just a feeler out round there. Nice little left there from Szpilka. And Chisora coming in, looking quite energetic in the first round and really going for it there. No feeling out here. He's just going straight for it. So fair play to Chisora. He's really coming in with the right attitude. There's no feeling out here really in this round. Usually there might be, but yeah, both of them kind of going for it straight away here. Not overly going for. Oh, nice right there from Chisora. That caught Szpilka's attention early on. Maybe a sign of things to come there. It's not even going to go, 7 or 8. It might be early, but yeah, definitely Chisora's only chance I think really is to win by knockout, just because maybe he mightn't last the full 10 rounds. But oh, nice Szpilka just missing there with a right as well. Chisora really going for it. Doesn't seem like he's hurt Szpilka yet, but he's definitely the more busy. They're both busy in the first round. It's good opening round so far. It's 45 seconds left in the first round here. And yeah, if this sign of things comes, it's going to be an entertaining fight. Don't think it'll go the whole distance. But Chisora, maybe the right thing, going for it early on because maybe he feels at his age he doesn't have the tank to go the whole distance. But he has 3 knockout losses on his 9 losses, but he's definitely a durable fighter. Whereas Szpilka, he's lost 3 times and he's lost all of those by knockout. So maybe if anyone has a weaker chin, it's Szpilka. Don't think anyone would say Chisora has a weak chin. Even though he has been knocked out 3 times. And oh, nice left there from Chisora. He's really gone for it. He's got Szpilka up against the ropes. And a nice right there, just the end around there. Definitely Chisora, the much busier, much more effective. Not that he really hurt Szpilka, but first round definitely goes to Chisora. So good start for him. Again, I don't know. Let me know what you think yourselves, but I think he definitely needs to knock out Szpilka because, in my opinion, he mightn't last fitness-wise the whole fight. But so far, so good for Derek Chisora. And obviously, again, Szpilka, outside of the other Polish top heavyweights he's fought, like Adamek Wak and Nowacki, the only other name on his record outside of Wilder is Jennings. He lost to Jennings. So much more experience and top class fights against opponents for Chisora. He's fought Dillian Whyte twice. Now he's lost both of them, but won those by a split decision. Thought Dillian Whyte won it, actually unanimous decision. Takam, great comeback knockout. Kabayel, maybe nobody knew about him. He's the European title champion and he lost by majority decision. Pulev lost by split decision. Kevin Johnson, Tyson Fury twice. Malik Scotty won. David Hay lost. Klitschko, Helnius, Sam Sexton, Danny Williams. So he's fought a much better uh, record than Szpilka, but again, maybe just age on his against him now. So we're into the second now. Just 30 seconds here, and again, nice right there actually from Szpilka. But again, Chisora looking busy. Maybe slowed down a little bit from the first, or maybe it's just starting the second a bit slow. He looks like he's backing up Szpilka, but oh, nice right there from Chisora. And that's definitely hurt. Szpilka's out. That's it. Bang! Another stunning knockout. And what a bleeding fight from Chisora. What a knockout. He really went for it. And Szpilka, you gotta say, he just has a glass chin. Like, the 3 times previously he got knocked out. He's in trouble, man. He's out cold. He's like really right up there with Deontay Wilder's knockout. And there's a bit of concern in the ring for Szpilka, but Chisora being held back. But man, he knocked him out impressively. It was right up there with Wilder's knockout of Szpilka, and that is one hell of a knockout. That's a class knockout. Second round KO. No dispute about that KO. No doubt whatsoever. That's a great fight to start the night off. Obviously, there's been a big undercard so far. Tony Bellew congratulating Chisora there, but yeah, it's he wasn't being used as a gatekeeper against Szpilka, that's for sure. What a knockout! Um, it's going to be hard to like a night of potential knockouts, and it's already going to be hard to beat that one. That's spectacular. Szpilka up on his feet now, so fair play to him. He's all right, but he was out cold, and he's still stumbling around there. But at least he's, hopefully they sit him down, give him a bit of medical attention, and make sure nothing happens after this knockout now. But in the following evening, night. But yeah, great knockout by Derek Chisora. He wouldn't be the most heavy-handed knockout artist, but he is definitely a knockout artist. And he was coming out. He's obviously thought, yeah, I'm 35. I'm not going to go the distance. I got to knock this guy out before my legs go. And man, what an impressive knockout! Derek Chisora winning by KO in. So yeah, some good fights possibly for Derek Chisora. Like again, maybe will be used as a name, but with knockout wins like that against Szpilka and Takam, he's definitely gonna have a few big nights left. Possibly Usyk's in the crowd, and that'd be a good fight for Usyk. Again, you'd see Usyk win all night long by decision probably, but or maybe late on. But Derek Chisora definitely no. Here's the replay of the knockout. Bang! But he'd set him up a few times there, but that was the right. And bang, really, the right started, hurt him bad. Then he got him in the stomach, then another right, then a left. And then it was the third right that he just crumbled to the floor, Szpilka. So if you're watching that, spectacular start to the heavyweight fights. But yeah, Derek Chisora, by no means out, and what a statement win there from Derek Chisora. Going to get a few good paydays out of that one. That'll put him on the highlight reel of everyone now. So he's definitely going to get a few good paydays out of that. Possibly Usyk will be a good fight for a good name for Usyk, and Chisora obviously wouldn't be going there to make up the numbers. He's always game, but yeah, it was the third right that really did it. He caught him with a left as well. I think it was 2 rights, then a left, and then a few body shots. But the third right, man, that was a KO of the night. Impressive. Szpilka out cold for a while after it, but he definitely recovered well and got to his feet. So no danger there for Szpilka, but a bit of concern possibly after the initial knockdown. He just crumbled to the floor, but he's walking around quite grand now in the ring there, and he looks all right. But Szpilka, again, maybe another few fights for him in Poland against people I don't know, but his he's definitely, where's he go from here in the world level? maybe fight for the European title, maybe or something like that. But yeah, the any world aspirations Szpilka had are definitely well over now. Like, but again, maybe a European title fight would be good for him. Who knows? But yeah, crushing KO victory from Derek Chisora. Uh, was possibly gonna give it to Szpilka late, but Derek Chisora, no doubt, absolutely destroyed him, and it's gonna be hard to beat that one for knockout of the night. That's for sure. That was. I'll be checking if you're not watching it live. I'll be checking that one out on YouTube to see if there's a replay somewhere of it. Spectacular, spectacular, and yeah, Derek Chisora, another good name for him, and even in the British level, I presume he doesn't want to go back there. I don't know, but there's some good fights out there. Joey Joyce, I know he didn't really want him. Daniel Dubois. I don't think Hughie Fury would, want any part of Derek Chisora. But is he going to get a world title level fight? Maybe not. But Usyk, I think, would be a good fight for Chisora. Could be a good fight for Usyk as well to welcome to the both on the same promotion. So Derek Chisora just getting interviewed now. So he's just saying up to 4 days ago he's just about to pull out of the fight. And lucky he did not, because he's made a statement there with that win, that's for sure. And he's got maybe, out of that result alone, he'll definitely get a few big profile fights, with the Takam fight a year ago. That was a very entertaining fight, and now this one. He's definitely going to be a name on people's lists. He's definitely tweaked people's interest with that. So, again, I think Usyk, give him a lot of money and he'll fight Usyk, and it's a lot of money for Chisora in that fight. And also, there's a chance for him to really come back to world level. I still don't think he will, but I mean, he's definitely doing the right maneuvers to get himself back. Um, it's very strange seeing David Hay in Derek Chisora's corner, that's for sure. And they're just talking about potential fighters here for Derek Chisora to face. Now, they're just after saying Joseph Parker, so that seems... Derek Chisora possibly against Joseph Parker. Apparently, they both want it. I'll tell you, that would definitely put him back on the map. At 35, you think against Takam, you thought, yeah, that's the end of Derek Chisora. He's going to lose here tonight, but really came back against Takam. What a knockout there, and he's done the exact same tonight. So now Joseph Parker, again, I'd slightly give that to Joseph Parker if that fight happened, but it also could be a welcome to the heavyweight division for Usyk, But yeah, it looks like Joseph Parker is next for Derek Chisora, and that will be good. So yeah, that'll be a great fight. Let me know if you think it would be a good fight or what you think Derek Chisora should do next. But again, with that knockout and the Takam, win as well a year ago, he's definitely gonna put himself on the map, and there's a good few more paydays left for Derek Chisora, and definitely think he, he's really come back from the dead there. Maybe David Hay in his corner has really revitalized him. And which is strange to believe that people hated each other so much, and now they're working together, and it's a success. It looks good for David Hay too now. In fairness, Derek Chisora's got a lot of people in his corner now. He's never really dirtied his bib with Frank Warren either, so he could potentially go back to a Frank Warren card, but it's all on Matchroom at the moment, and few good fights there for Derek Chisora. Obviously, it looks like Joseph Parker against Derek Chisora is up next for Chisora. Chisora wants it, and apparently Joseph Parker wants it. David Hay said it's on. He told him to his face, and Eddie Hearn as well confirmed there's interest there. So, be a good fight for Joseph Parker, and it would be a good fight for Chisora. Again, you'd be probably picking Chisora as the underdog, but he's proved a couple of times now when he's down and out, he comes back spectacularly. So yeah, what that I mean, that could be knockout of the year right there. That was a brilliant knockout. Um, Obviously Szpilka has a bit of a glass chin, but still, it was spectacular. It was as spectacular as Deontay Wilder's knockout against Szpilka was. That is equally as spectacular, and Chisora did it much quicker. Now he obviously came flying out of blocks, and that was the game plan to get in and get out early, and smart. 35. You don't want to be you know going through a grueling fight and possibly gassing. So that was a good tactic. Now, in fairness, yeah, it'd be interesting to hear what anyone else thinks of Chisora's um, future in the heavyweight division, and what about Szpilka? Where's he go? Again, he hadn't really fought anyone up till uh, other than Jennings and Wilder. He fought Jamel McLean, but he was on his way out at that stage. And the only other fighters he fought were three Polish guys: Adamek, Wack, and Nowacki. He lost against Nowacki, and he beat Adamek and Wack, who possibly were past it when he fought them. So, but yeah, they're all Polish, so that would have been a good money earner for him. Smart fights, and you know, fringe level, world level fights. So yeah, I could see why he did it. But yeah, I think maybe Szpilka needs to, look at, I don't know, maybe he could come back and fight at a European level. Um, Kabayel, but again, he just, you wouldn't want to put him in against a puncher because it looks like he has a serious issue with his chin. But great start to the heavyweight fights, and up next, of course, is David Price against Dave Allen. That's going to be an interesting one. Um, I think, no offense to David Price, I think the only way he wins that one is by knockout. Of course, David Price has a bit of a chin as well. He's a bit chinny, but he has some punch. So Dave Allen has Dave Allen now. I think that would be a great movie if they ever make his life into a movie. He's really had it all, but just in his boxing career, he's had it all as well. He's had two draws, he's had four losses, 17 wins, 14 knockouts. He's had four losses, two knockouts. He's had two draws, and he's fought for the Commonwealth title twice. He's not been scared to go abroad and fight. Really like Luis Ortiz. That was a great step up for him. Possibly a bit too soon, but he definitely has large cojones, and fair play to him. Don't know really. I think he could obviously knock David Price out, and he could obviously win by points. So I'm definitely going to side with Dave Allen in this fight. David Price, what can you say? Maybe has a bit of a glass chin. He so really he has to knock him out. But I mean, at British level, you really have a lot of heavyweights. Then it's all happening in the UK, that's for sure. At domestic level, European level, and world level, it's all about the UK. Other than Wilder and Andy Ruiz, it's all in the UK. So if you know, at domestic level in the UK, you have Hughie Fury, Joe Joyce, Nathan Gorman. Now he impressed me. Daniel Dubois, Derek Chisora. Obviously, Dillian White's possibly a bit ahead of all them. Well, a good bit ahead of all them. You have Dave Allen as well and David Price. So there's a lot of British heavyweights out there, and again, a lot of good money fights for them all if they start fighting each other. A lot of them, um, you know, rival companies between Frank Warren and Matchroom, Queensbury and Matchroom. So possibly they might be hard to fight, but even at both of those promotions, they both have a lot of good fighters. So like Matchroom have David Price, David Allen, Chisora, uh, Hughie Fury's really a floater, so he could fight for anyone. Um, they could all fight each other, but I mean, really, if there wasn't the politics in it, there'd be some great fights, and obviously, some fighters wouldn't want to fight any of them for just they think they're too high up. But I think they're all big money fights that all get paid very, very well, you know. How's it going, Jack? I'm not going to show the fight, but definitely going to be talking about it, and they're going to be watching it here. Obviously, I don't like getting sued, so hence the reason I won't be showing it. But I don't know, Jack, what you think yourself? It is a pay-per-view. Obviously, I've bought it myself, but I definitely don't think it's a pay-per-view fight. You know, I think you know I'm in Ireland here, so 25 quid is a lot of money to spend on a pay-per-view, uh, and the good fights. I like, Dillian White against Oscar Rivas. I like Price against Allen, and Derek Chisora against Szpilka, and what a knockout that was. But even though I like all the three fights, I definitely don't think any of them warrant pay per view, or even all three of them together. So I'd be surprised if they make a lot of money off this pay per view, because I think it's a bit cheeky. Understand Dillian White probably wanted it, needed it to be a pay per view, but I just don't see it as a pay per view event. It's I think it's a bit cheeky to ask for it, but I understand financially it had to be done. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't even know in the UK, is it it's 25 euros, so I presume it's like 19.99 in sterling or something. But it's a lot of money to see Dillian White, like Dillian White against Rivas. I definitely expect him to win that fight. Oscar Rivas really hasn't fought anyone other than Jennings that he beat by TKO. And Jennings, of course, just got beat by Joyce. He's fought a few people in the amateurs, but that's the amateurs. He fought Pulev, Ruiz, and Hunter. Beat Pulev, beat Ruiz in the amateurs, and lost to Michael Hunter Jr. But really, in the pros, he's only fought Jennings. And he's fought mostly, yeah. So I don't really see him as, he's dangerous, but I only see Rivas winning it by knockout. I don't. If I see Dillian White winning it by knockout as well, I see Dillian White winning it by knockout, but I don't see Rivas being able to win it on points. Like he beat Jennings, but he was behind on the cards before that, and you know. So really, if that's the headline fight, I don't see how that's pay per view. Again, I understand from a financial point of view, it has to be, but there you go. So yeah, if you're just joining and you haven't seen Dillian White, or sorry, Chisora against Spilke, I definitely would recommend you check that up on YouTube. If somebody has a replay of it up already, it's knockout of the year so far, if you ask me. Spectacular, great knockout, But up next is Dave Bryce against Dave Allen, and that's something that I even I'm looking forward to that more than a bit than Whyte Rivas. I think Rivas White is going to be a good fight, but I think Price and Allen, uh, yeah, it's a real up in the air who's going to win that one. I don't know people how do you all think. What do you have a prediction for that one? I just think Dave Allen's going to win by knockout, but obviously Price could win it by knockout. But I think that's his only option to win it. And I think Allen could win it on points. Big age difference between the two of them as well, so that could come into play. Um, and again, a lot of people would think Price is a suspect chin, as they say, but yeah, they're both very cordial as well towards each other. So uh, it's nice to see that. I like to see it, but also it's like to see it. Nice to see a bit of venom in the fights as well. So yeah, and a lot of people at the fights as well. At the fight tonight as well. Frank Bruno, a legend, but current fighters Usyk, Lomachenko's there as well, and Andrade. Obviously, they're all Matchroom boys. So it's an ongoing thing where Matchroom like to parade their top guys, just really to sh- show off who they have. But I'm surprised they haven't got more people at it, but they seem to always have about three guys. But the Dave Price and Dave Allen just about to come in. Have this one down as ending in 8 rounds. But if Allen catches Price earlier, possibly earlier, maybe in 5. But yeah, again, to me, it's definitely Dave Allen all night long because he's only 27, but he hasn't had an up and down career. But David Price really he has to knock out Dave Allen. But Dave Allen is just on an upward curve, whereas Price, you'd have to say, you know, has maybe had his best days behind him now. Obviously, those. It's funny, isn't it? That Joshua, there's a rumor going around Joshua isn't going to take the rematch just the last couple of days. That he isn't going to take the rematch against Andy Ruiz, even though he said, I think it was yesterday, the day before, he is going to take it. But if that rumor was true, you might have seen there's a video there on IFL TV where he's saying uh, that other journalist was saying that he's heard a rumor and it's been online as well. So maybe that isn't going to happen. I think Anthony Joshua and David Price are different guys, but I think Anthony Joshua has a much better chance of winning the rematch. David Price, he kind of got rushed into that when he was embarrassed and he was on an upward climb, and he felt he had to go straight back into that fight. Maybe I don't know if it was him or Frank Maloney. I don't know what Frank's called now, Mrs. Maloney, but I don't know if I think at the time he didn't want him to take the rematch against Tony Thompson, but really that's where the hinges of the wheels came off David Price's career. David Price coming in to the ring now, of course, in his classical red, but yeah, really hasn't gone well from after Tony Thompson twice knocked him out. Stunningly, that's really been the end of David Price. He has fought for the European title after that. You could say twice against Tepper. He lost by KO again. Tepper and Tony Thompson both tested positive for drugs after a good while after they fought David Price. So yeah, you could say he was unlucky there, and that's fair enough. But you know, it's just it never came back from the hype and the success never came back either. And then he fought for the WBO version of the European title as well against Christian Hammer. He also lost that by TKO. Povetkin just shows how how a fight can really define you. The Povetkin fight, he nearly knocked Povetkin out, and if that had happened, man, he'd be back on world title level. But unfortunately, Povetkin recovered and came back and knocked him out. So that was the end of his world title hopes. And I don't think there's any way really back for David Price. He's still talking about world title level, but I just can't see it, to be honest. Ever getting to that level again. Not I know he's beat Audley Harrison, but and I wouldn't say he's the same as Audley Harrison, but he he kind of needs to really just look at where he is. He's a great guy, he's a nice guy, but if I was him, I'd really be looking to fight some of the other. Again, he has a chance here against Dave Allen, but Dave Allen, I wouldn't say would be knocked out easily. Um, and some other good heavyweight fights there in the UK, even just for David Price or Dave Allen. Dave Allen only 27, so it's not really the end of the road for Dave Allen. If he lost or even if he won, he still can make his way back to. He can make not back. Well, I suppose you could say Luis Ortiz was world level, but I mean he's never fought for world title or anything. So, but there's definitely time for Dave Allen. He's time on his side, and he's had the ups and downs. He's had the experiences of losing, drawn. Um, he's only 27, so really 6, 7 years left, possibly. You know, um, if he was on the upward curve, he could definitely maybe mount a challenge. He's with Matchroom. He's got money behind him, obviously with Matchroom, and definitely could make it to world level. Um, Possibly took that Luis Ortiz fight way too early, if you ask me. But again, a lot of fights there. UK level, Hughie Fury. Again, Hughie Fury, I don't think is going to want to mix with any of the UK up and comers. Joe Joyce equally. I thought he was shoe in for fighting Daniel Dubois, but apparently that's not going to happen. He's just going to wait now for his world title fight in about 65 years when all the rest of them fight each other. But, you know, Dave Allen could fight Derek Chisora as well, couldn't he? That'd be a great fight as well. Um, then if they were stuck, if Joshua won it back or Dylan White won against Wilder, whenever they fight, if they ever fight, I know Dylan White's waiting for almost 2 years or more than 2 years for looks to me like he won't have any chance of fighting for another year, which is crazy. But there's a lot of ifs and buts even at that, so um, we'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, good fights for David Allen, even if he lost, which I don't think I think he will win tonight. More again, domestic fights there for David Price. Maybe he'd be used as a name at this level, at this stage in his career. But in the UK, some of those guys could fight him. But again, other than maybe Derek Chisora down the line, when if Derek Chisora has a few losses, maybe he might go back to David Price. But I don't think any of the others will really fight David Price. Maybe Daniel Dubois, just use him as a name. That's if he might surprise on come out and win here in spectacular fashion too. But I have Dave Allen down as winning this one. Let me know what you think yourself. Who you think is going to win this fight? They're both in the ring now, and obviously David Price has always got that punch in his locker, so it could definitely be the case that he knocks out David Allen. But I just don't see it. David Price, course record 24 wins, 6 losses, 19 of his wins by knockout, all 6 of his losses by knockout, which really says it all. He's 36 years of age, so again, maybe age going against him. He's 48th in the world, 9th in the UK. He's 6'8", so he's massive. He's got a reach of 82, but if you ask me, he hasn't used that effectively enough in his career. Because he has that massive punch power, so he probably has ignored it a bit, but he should have utilized it more, especially after his losses. Dave Allen, 17 wins, 14 by knockout, so also a good knockout punch on Dave Allen. 4 losses, 2 of those by knockout, 2 draws, but again, he's kind of on the upward curve now. He's only 27. He's 22nd in the world. He's got Matchroom behind him. He's 7th in the UK, 6'3", smaller heavyweight. It's the smaller reach between the two of these guys, but again, Price doesn't necessarily use his reach as well. Good fight. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, David Price got decent level names on his record, but unfortunately, a lot of them are British level and a lot of maybe the not world level, but the upper level guys he's lost to. So Cash Ali, of course, Cash Ali must have been hungry that night. He was trying to eat David Price all night. He beat Tom Little TKO. Of course, there was that great fight against Povetkin where he nearly knocked Povetkin, and unfortunately for him, he didn't. Povetkin recovered and knocked Price out. Christian Hammer, he fought for the WBO European title, lost to him by KO. Tepper and Thompson lost to Thompson twice, and beat Audley Harris and Sam Sexton and John McDermott. Dave Allen, his last fight, well, he's fought Lucas Brown. He's travelled a lot and he's taken any fight. Luis Ortiz possibly fought too soon, and Dillian White, he lost unanimous decision. So we're starting here. Obviously, Dave Allen, it's easy to tell who's who. Dave Allen's smaller, black shorts, and David Price is regular red shorts. But we'll see if David Price has the same technique as Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora just decided, it seemed like, that he wasn't going to, try and bide his time. He was just going to go for it. But of course, with David Price, he can't really leave his chin out there. Derek Chisora's got a much better chin than David Price, who has, unfortunately, and don't ever want to meet you in the dark alley after saying this, David Price, but unfortunately, you have no chin. So you can't really do what Derek Chisora did there and just go for it. You kind of got to protect yourself, which is a smart thing to do, reach. But later on, he always goes for it, and that's usually his downfall. So really, just a feeling out round here so far. 1 minute down, nothing really happened. They're both just throwing out feeler punches, and David Price, again, he's not stupid. He'll know his weakness now at this stage. But I always felt a bit bad for David Price because he always had everything going against him. Really, he was always kind of, people knew his kryptonite was his chin, and he always went in with that dark feeling that he was going to lose fights. But nothing really happening here in the first round. Really, just a couple of feeler left punches out, and compared to the Chisora Szpilka opening round and second round, it's not an interesting first round. But again, smart from Price and smart from Dave Allen. Nice little left there that caught Dave Allen down the middle there. But that's the most significant punch of the fight so far. Neither of them really going for it. And another just left there, but caught Allen again. And again, David Price does have that really knockout power. Obviously, they both do. But I mean, David Price has exceptional. So, maybe we'll catch David Allen. But I think that's really his only possible chance of winning here, But yeah, he just got the only 2 meaningful punches of the round so far, and we're into the last 25 seconds. David Price caught Dave Allen. Dave Allen doesn't really look like he's going for it here too much. And nice right there from David Price. And Dave Allen has to kind of just cop on, but he is obviously a smaller man, so he's got a bit of a disadvantage here. And he's just gone in with a right there, but didn't trouble David Price at all. But yeah, David Price definitely using his advantage there and not going in, going home. So I don't know, really, possibly just not a lot happened in that round. So just going to give it as a all even. But I don't really know why I'm taking note of the rounds here, because I don't see this one going the distance. Don't really see any of them going the distance. But again, out of the three, I thought that Derek Chisora one might have gone the distance, but it was not that I really thought it would, but I thought it was the only one that really had the chance. I don't see this one going the distance, and but yeah, opening round there, David Price against Dave Allen. Not a lot happened. David Price caught him a couple of times, but didn't really hurt him. But he did get through. So Dave Allen really has to be careful about that, because again, if you're looking at David Price, he does have, he's got a great knockout, and he's also very vulnerable to the knockout. So he's all or nothing really, David Price. But again, it makes for an interesting fight. Second round just started here. again, David Price using his jab. I didn't really give it to anyone the first round, but if there was a bit more coming from David Price, he would have edged it because now Dave Allen going for a bit more. First meaningful punches thrown by Dave Allen, but again didn't really trouble David Price. He if he just sticks to his boxing, he should win this. But I mean, it just takes one moment. That's all. His other six losses, they've all just been he's just been caught out. And oh, nice uppercut there from Dave Allen. And again, David Price. That's where it's all gonna go wrong for him if he gets caught. But let me know if you're watching the fight. Let me know what you think yourself, or what you think is gonna happen. But again, so far, Dave Allen coming on again there, strong, but more meaningful punches have come from Price. He's using the jab well, and he's possibly doing what he should have done a long time now, but he just likes to get into fights and then gets caught out. But I mean, if he didn't have really that fighter in him, he probably wouldn't have been here today. But I mean, especially after all his losses, but that is also his weakness, that he puts his chin on a plate for people, and again, he possibly doesn't have it. But oh yeah, it's nice right there from David Price, and this is more entertaining round than the first one. Price definitely picking Allen off now with the jab. Dave Allen, a few moments in this round so far, he's gone for it, but nothing has troubled David Price other than an uppercut. And yeah, it's definitely the jab is winning the round for David Price. Again, you're going on the assumption that it's going to go the distance for that to be an effective technique. And no offense, but it doesn't look like any of David Price's fights will ever go the distance. Again, but yeah, he's definitely Dave Allen. A nice little left there from Price, and really this one could go anyway so far. Definitely David Price. If he didn't have a suspect chin, you'd say it's going to be a successful night for him, but unfortunately he does. So ref just breaking her up there. We're into the last 10 seconds here, last few seconds even. And you have to say David Price so far until the bell's just about to go here, but he's won that round. Yeah, he's won that round just by using his jab, and that's smart. So if anyone ever believes this is going to go the distance, then it looks like David Price has definitely got the right tactic. But of course, let's be honest, none of us believe it's going to go the distance, do we? If you're watching the fight yourself, let me know what you think. Dave Allen, again, he's possibly stepped up a bit too early a few times. Dillian Whyte, maybe maybe it was the right time for him, but he lost that by unanimous decision. Luis Ortiz, a lot of people would have thought he took that too soon. I think it'd be a different fight now if Dave Allen fought Luis Ortiz, but maybe back then it was slightly too early for him. Then he drew and lost to Lenroy Thompson for the Commonwealth title. Went to France, lost against Yoka, and then he won against Lucas Brown by impressive KO. Looks like he's only 27, so he's 22nd in the world. It's usually you'd say it's more of an opportunity for David Allen to fight David Price, but no, it's definitely a chance for David Price. Not that he's going to get back to world level, not that he was at it even, but it's more of an opportunity for David Price than Dave Allen. But they both have, again, the UK. If it was any other country, maybe be different. But in the UK, it's all where it's happening. Any level, all top 10 guys in the UK are just really interesting fights. Obviously, Fury White and Joshua aren't gonna be in that mix, but the other seven could all fight each other, and they'd be all very interesting fights. Third round in now, and again the jab coming from David Price. David Allen looks like he's a bit off the pace here. Just the height and the reach, which Price hasn't really utilized enough in his fights. But if he keeps doing what he's doing, it could be something that I wouldn't have predicted at the start of the fight. It could be a, you know, unanimous decision win by David Price. But again, we're only in the third. I still have belief that it's not going to go the distance, because that would be uh, shock of the night if this fight went the distance, I think. But David Price, so far, third round. Oh, Alan now coming in just as I was about to say. Alan came in with a little flurry there, right? But David Price caught him there with a nice right himself, and it looked like it hurt Alan a bit. So David Price again. Dave Allen hasn't hurt David Price, but David Price definitely working the jab, and throwing hurtful punches that's catching Allen. So again, one punch could change it all. But David Price again catching him on the right, maybe hurting him a little bit there. Hasn't been hurt, and as long as he's not hurt, he's in charge. But it just takes that one punch to hurt David Price, and then it could be all different story, depending on what stage it happens. But so far he's doing well in this fight, and it might bring him back to certainly I could see him in there at European level, and again some other names, you know maybe I don't think he's going to get a world title fight at this stage in his career, but who knows? Just don't see it, but don't see anyone really putting him down as a credible defense. That was a good little round. Both had entertaining shots, and yeah, probably gonna just say that was even. So still have Price up by one, but yeah, entertaining round. Not as entertaining as Derek Chisora and Szpilka. If you haven't seen it, check it out on YouTube somewhere. I'm sure somebody has it up. Uh, Knockout of the year there against Szpilka. Szpilka, I just put him in for getting knocked out. He really gets knocked out impressively. So if you like knockouts, check out Derek Chisora's knockout against Szpilka. Exceptional, exceptional, out cold, right up there with the Wilder knockout of Szpilka. Don't know who knocked him out more impressively, but it was definitely an impressive knockout. And Derek Chisora, really the comeback king here. Against Takam, everybody thought he was finished, but he's proven that is not the case. Into the fourth round here, Allen against Price. So far, Allen hasn't hurt David Price, but had a few good goes at it. But again, he has him against the ropes here and going to the body. It's just the chin really that's the problem for David Price. You can't, as they say, you can't grow muscles on the chin, but you just feel David Price picking him off here with the reach. He's got superior height, superior reach, and so far has caused Allen problems. But Allen hasn't hurt Price, but you just feel like it's one punch away. Like any David Price fight, it's one punch away from the wheels coming off. But so far, it's David Price doing good here, and yeah, what can you say? He's into the fourth here. I've only have him up by one round really, but you know, take up the last two. But he's definitely picking off Allen with the jab, and he's throwing the more hurtful punches as well. Not that he's really stumbled Allen or anything, but definitely if it goes on like this, you could see him throwing together a flurry. But again, when he throws together his flurries, he's possibly going to leave himself open, and possibly that's when the danger comes. But yeah, so far it's Dave Allen. Impressive start. Oh, nice uppercut there from Dave Allen. Didn't see it to her Price, but who knows? But yeah, no, that's the danger, isn't it? But if you're watching the fight yourself, let me know what you think of Dillian White against Oscar Rivas. I have Dillian White winning that anyway, knockout or by points. Just don't see Rivas doing it, to be honest, which is surprising because he has a good amateur background. You'd think he'd be better at winning fights through decisions, but he's just fought nobody and he's 18 knockouts, 26. So Dave Allen there, seems a bit frustrated now in the fourth round. I mean, so far he has kind of got the head boxed off him, but he has to get in close. Oh, nice uppercut there again on Price. That one seemed to hurt a little bit. Not that he showed it, but seemed a bit more menacing. And that's two uppercuts now in the fourth that have got through on Price, and possibly that's going to be something, a punch that maybe they've worked on. Maybe they see it as a weakness, but little bit of an elbow there from Allen. Again, Price just picking him off now, still with that left, just throwing it out there and catching him well. And he's doing nice here. Nice work by Price. But oh yeah, no, again, nice little flurry there, left and a right there from Price, and definitely a Price round there. So I have a 2 up. I don't know what the commentators ringside have it. They haven't thrown up a scorecard yet, but I have Price up by 2. But again, wouldn't have thought it would go the distance, but um, maybe it will. And if it does, Price is cruising it. But Allen, he just failed. Price, if he gets caught again, can't say enough. It's going to be a completely different story. That's when the wheels come off. But so far, he hasn't really been hurt. He's 2 uppercuts there, maybe in that round that looked to get through, but didn't seem to wobble him. Didn't seem to. Maybe the second one, but he did right. He clinched, and that was it. Few big names at the ringside there. They're just showing Jose Mourinho. Of course, if you like Man United, you like Chelsea, you love him or hate him. If you don't like Man United or Chelsea, you'd also love him or hate him. He's a good one. Now, but boxers ringside: Usyk, Lomachenko, and Andrade, and obviously the legend Frank Bruno. So Dave Allen come out now in the fifth, swinging a bit more, and David Price again. The more hurtful punches coming from David Price now. A bit of a flurry there from David Allen, Dave to his friends, and but the jab still working for David Price. He's just cutting with 2 lefts, and he's got to be ahead in the judges' scorecards easily. Just great use of the jab there, of the reach that he's had, but he's letting Allen come in a bit more now. Nice little right there from Price, and Dave Allen. You got to think he's being a bit. He's going to feel a bit frustrated now at this stage that he's really had no success, but he's getting in close now. He hasn't been able to do it there really in the first 3 rounds at all, and in the fourth round, not a little bit, but he's definitely in close with Price now, and that's where Price doesn't want to be. But yeah, Price needs to just stay on his heels and stay out of reach and keep winning with the jab. But he has his guard down now, and maybe he's caught him there with a nice left there. Allen caught him, and yeah, nice little left there, and the gum shield came out. David Price, of course, people be saying he spat it out. I think it was just a shot that knocked it out, to be honest. But you just got to say the warning signs are there in the fifth. Price doing so well, but I mean, he just got caught there, and the mouth guard coming out really gave him a bit of time, but he needs to go back to what he was doing so well in the first 3 rounds, and most of the fourth. Stay on his heels, keep his guard up, and stay out of reach for Allen. It was working so well for him, but now he's getting caught, and Allen's in close the whole time. And he's caught him again there, Allen. And danger time here for David Price. He's just letting Allen right into him. Like, I don't understand it at all. He should be on his toes, moving around, keeping him with the jab. He's done it so well so far. Just a couple of warning signs in the fourth. But, I mean, now that this whole round, Allen's been right on top of him. And, like, he's basically neutralized his whole plus there of his reach advantage, and the distance. He's neutralized it. So, yeah, he's hurt him a couple of times there now in this fifth round, and Allen really coming for it now. Swinging hard, and again, one of those connects is a whole different story. I don't understand. Price has dropped his guard a bit, and he had it high the whole first quarter, and killing him with the jab, and now he's just into what he doesn't want to be into, a slugfest, And Dave Allen really has heard him a few times here now in this round. He's got through it obviously, but yeah, you'd have to give that one to Allen. Good round by Allen, heard him, and Price. Obviously, if I was in his corner, I'd be telling him to stay on his toes, stay out of reach. Maybe he's a bit tired. Like, he is 36 years of age, so he doesn't have years on his side. And Allen is only 26, 27, is he? 27, but he's definitely not the most fittest. So, you know, you'd imagine David Price and, you know, could stay out of reach. Wouldn't be, it's not like he's in against somebody that's super, super quick, but Dave Allen, he's starting to come into it now. If you're watching the fight, let me know what you think, or who do you think will win, or what did you think before the fight? And start of the sixth now. Again, bad round for David Price. Not where he wants the fight to be. Like, not even that he was hurt, but again, Dave Allen straight on top of him, in close. David Price, he has his guard up there good now, but he needs to get that distance back in there. Dave Allen pushing him off, pushing Price off. Price getting a few. The hurtful punches coming from Price haven't been as much in the last round either. I don't think fitness is a problem, even at 36. I don't think it's a problem for Price. But in that, he really let his tactics go AWOL there in the fifth, he just needs to keep his guard up, keep the distance, which should be easy with a reach. He has a reach at 82, and Dave Allen has a reach at 75. Like, so, he definitely should be winning every day long, all day long, But so far he's winning, but he's definitely gonna need to do more here. Bad round from him, and Dave Allen again in close the whole time here now against him. So yeah, I don't know. It's although he is ahead, David Price, but the warning signs are there that he had such great tactics the first 3-4 rounds, but the last round wasn't a good one. And again, David Price in close, hasn't really caught him with anything hurtful here. But David Price just, no offense, looks like he's came down to Dave Allen's kind of tactics here, and instead of nice swinging right there from Dave Allen, just missed, but that's the danger for David Price, that he's going to get caught with something like that, and possibly a bit of a low left there by Dave Allen, but the ref saying just keep it up there, but David Price really needs to go back to what he was doing so well in the first 3, possibly 4 rounds. Nice little uppercut there from David Price. Didn't seem to hurt Allen at all, but that's unfortunate. But it'd be nice now for David Price to turn it on now, and now he's getting back to the reach now, and he's doing it well. But again, he lets Allen come back in on him, and I just don't understand why he's doing that. Maybe the fitness is catching up with him. I don't know, but we're into the last 20 seconds now, and you have to give this one to Price. But again, warning signs are there. Just needs to keep the distance and then throw the hurtful punches. His defense is up well again, and if he can, he's possibly won this round into the last 10 seconds. But he's keeping the jab and he's catching with hurtful punches. And that's what he needs to do. The 4th round? No, the 5th round. He really took a round off and just let Allen come in. He started letting him in the 6th there, but we pulled it back, and then he kept the reach and the defense up. So definitely going to give that one to David Price. Head in the cards, but that 5th round, danger round for him. So he needs to cop onto himself that he can't really let Allen have too many opportunities like that. But we'll see what happens. Again, if you have any thoughts yourself, if you're watching it, let me know what you think, or if you what you thought of it before the fight and what you think of it now. It's it's a good little fight, It's definitely turned into a good fight. It started a bit slow, but again, I can't stress it enough. If you haven't seen Derek Chisora against Szpilka, Chisora won by knockout, but man, it was a great knockout. Watch it up on YouTube there somewhere. I'm sure somebody's put it up. It was a great knockout. Now Dave Allen back in close, swinging, and that's nice little uppercut there from Dave Allen. Price took a well, but he's connected with a few uppercuts now, and that is something that David Price needs to be careful of. Again, just needs to keep distance and the defense up. He letting Allen come in a bit too close these times, and you gotta say the more hurtful punches have come from David Price, but again, David Allen getting back into the fight now. Price doing well there. A few little jabs, left jabs, keeping the distance well in this round so far. And went for an uppercut himself there, just missing. Dave Allen does look tired. You know, David Price doesn't look as tired. But Dave Allen seems to be swinging now a bit. Price catches him with a nice right. You know, if David Price didn't have the suspect chin, he's lost 6 times, all those by knockout. You definitely think at some stage he was going to. Nice little left there from Dave Allen. You would think Price will be winning all night long on the fight so far, other than the 5th round, if he didn't have that suspect chin. But he looks the fitter of the two, and he looks, when he has had that reach advantage in the space, he looks better. But again, he does have that suspect chin, so at any stage it could all go horribly wrong for him, and that's the only reason why I'm saying he's not. I just can't say with any confidence he's going to win it. But you know, if he didn't have that suspect chin, you'd definitely say he's coasting this fight. You know, it's a good fight, but nice little uppercut there, right, from David Price. Maybe the best punch. Oh, nice little left from him too, and he's starting to wear Dave Allen out. But again, you know, all it takes is one punch, and possibly David Price's show will end. Not his career. He's still got some great fights left in him. I think at UK level, where it's all at, of course, you have a lot of good fighters over there. And again, he's letting Dave Allen in. A nice little uppercut there from Dave Allen again. That seems to be his best punch at David Price throughout the fight. He's caught him about 4 or 5 times with that. And is the danger. Dave Price really getting into a bit of a slugfest now. Doesn't need to do that. He's coasting when he has the distance. No, nice little, again, just missed with the right uppercut, but he went for it. David Price needs to get back out there, make the distance, keep killing him with the jab and picking him off when he's coming in, but he's getting caught in a nice little left there from Allen again. And that's the end of that round. It was, I don't know. I'd probably score that one even. Dave Allen came on strong there at the end. But it's a good fight. The judges have it all to Price. They have 7 rounds to Price. I don't have it by that now, to be honest. But that's not the judges. Sorry, the ringside commentators. I have Price up by 1, 2, 3. 2 rounds I have him up. You know, they're very close rounds, but I can see why they gave him every round, but definitely not the 5th, I don't think. I think that was Allen all day long. But there were close rounds. Basically just giving Allen the benefit of the doubt there, but volume was coming from Price. But he needs to get back again. That round he kind of played into Allen's hands a bit. Not that it's backfired on him yet, but of course with his potentially weak chin, he needs to just go back. Oh, nice little left there from Allen. Again, none of them seem to have hurt David Price yet, but another left there from David Price, and he's coming back with a nice flurry there to the body, and he's working Allen well. And you know, he probably silenced a lot of doubters if he did come back and win this by decision. You know, about his chin, but I just don't see it happening, to be honest. But so far, it's definitely David Price's fight, you know. But again, a few times he's let Allen come in and fight close, and he doesn't need to do it because Allen has to come in, so he can just pick him off as he's been doing when he's kept the distance. He's been picking him off when Allen came in. He's been tapping away with the jab, winning the fight easily, winning the rounds easily, and then catching Allen when he came in. But why he's letting Allen in close again? He doesn't need to take that risk. He's got all the advantage behind him, when he does it with the distance on the jab, But now I caught him nice there with the right there. Price caught Allen nice. Allen does look tired, but again, great little fight there. One of many that could be made in domestic level in the UK, which would be good paydays for all the fighters because, again, you have your top 10 is really good level fighters, and if they did all fight against each other, they'd be great little fights and great money spinners for all involved, and obviously the public would enjoy it. We'd enjoy it, wouldn't we? Allen got him in the corner now. That's not a place Price wants to be. Fighting out the corner. Allen hasn't really hurt Price. He's throughout the fight, but a few uppercuts have been his best punch throughout the fight. He's caught him about 5 times, but Price again gets out of the corner, making the distance now, keeping him with the jab, catching him when he's coming in, and now Price holding him a bit. 40 seconds left in the 8th round. This is 12 rounds, not your usual 10 for a non-title fight. It's actually 12 rounds. But nice little uppercut again there from Allen. And Allen does look tired. He's against the ropes now, and Dave Price with his distance picking him off. That's exactly how he should be doing it. But he's got in close again now, and he's got caught with a left. But he does have his defense up. But again, the ref breaking it up there, bit of holding. Didn't really need to break it up. 10 seconds. Oh, Allen just caught him there with a left, and maybe that one just hurt Ed. No, he seems to be all right. Thought that might. And David Price now looking a bit tired. Obviously, Dave Allen definitely looking the tireder of the two. Got to give that to David Price again. Just the jab winning that. Great little fight. I didn't think it'd be, we get to this stage with 4 rounds left, but yeah, if it was only a 10-round fight, you'd definitely be confident now. If you're a David Price fan, he's still confident. He's done well. Possibly he's learned. He's got to play to his advantage. Just keep that distance. But yeah, David Price. I think the ringside commentators have everything to him all the rounds. I think that's a bit harsh on Allen, but yeah, he's definitely winning. Easily. But again, a couple of rounds there, he's let David Allen come in, and he just doesn't need to give that advantage away. If you're watching the fight yourself, let me know what you think, and what you think's next for Dave Allen, David Price. Who do you think they could fight in the future, win or loss? Into the 9th round now, and again, it's 12 rounds, not 10 rounds. And Dave Allen going for it a bit here in the 9th round, which really he has to do because he's way behind his cards. And David Price just needs to be smart now and not try and get a knockout. Just take his time, because keep the distance. He's catching Allen every time he keeps the distance and Allen's coming in, he's picking him off. So that's the tactic he needs to stick at, not to let Allen come in and just get close to him, which he is inviting him on a bit now, and he's just moved out of the ropes there. But again, needs just to move more, if you ask me, Price. But he's coasting the fight so far, and fair play to him. So far he's doing good. Again, it'd be very very harsh on Price at this stage now if he got caught. But of course it could very well happen. Allen going for it now. Just nearly had him in the corner and just going for it. You feel Allen, which is hard to believe it. Oh, nice little right there from Price. Caught Allen. Allen definitely looking the more hurt and the more tired of the two, which is amazing because there's 10 years to the difference. Price 10 years older, you'd imagine he'd be more tired, but his fitness isn't an issue. He's got the longer reach, the bigger power. Maybe he's just got caught there in the top of the temple, and that's maybe in the past troubled him. but he seems to be okay. He's got caught by left there. Alan maybe running out a bit of gas, so his best moments possibly behind him. Might play into David Price's hand. Oh, really caught nice there. Jab, and then a followed up with a right, and really got, he's just fighting a perfect fight, really, David Price, except for the, few moments, and the whole of the fifth round. He just needs to keep that distance, and, if you can do this in future fights as well, again, the fight's not over, so it could go horribly wrong here. But if you could do that more in future fights, and just not go in for a slugfest, you really think, oh, he's getting caught now. Alan really going for it a bit now and there. He's obviously really wasting away, Alan. You can just see he's tired, but obviously he's going to go the distance if it gets there. But he's losing horribly on points. But he's calling Price in there. Obviously, Price does not want to take that bait. Maybe he will, but so far he hasn't. But that's really Alan's only chance here now to catch Price. But of course, very realistic chance to catch him. But hasn't caught him yet, and that surprised me. I would have thought David Price playing the right cards, keeping the distance, picking him off with the punches. When he comes in, he's catching him. David Allen looking the more tired of the two, which is amazing. He's 27, David Price 36, but David Price never had an issue with fitness. 3 rounds left, and unless David Price gets caught, he hasn't been hurt really in the whole. He hasn't been hurt in the whole fight. Not obviously anyway. So it was possibly in the fifth. It looked like Allen was starting to get the Price, but Price then has kept distance well, got his game plan back in order, kept the distance, kept his defense out, other than a few moments. But 3 rounds to go, and before the fight, I thought, yeah, Price's only chance was to knock Allen out before he got knocked out. But he's obviously I didn't think it would go the distance, but it's only 3 rounds away now. If it was a normal 10-round fight, he'd be 1 round away, and he'd just be on the cusp of good solid win. But it's 12 rounds, unfortunately. But still, he hasn't really been in trouble. If he keeps the normal tactics he's been doing all fight, keeping the distance, catching Allen on the way in, he's going to coast this fight. But it's it's a good fight. It'd be very harsh now for David Price if he got caught out and knocked out. Again, he hasn't been in trouble of that the whole fight. He hasn't been in trouble the whole fight, but keeping the distance well in this 10th round. But at any moment the wheels could come off, and if they did, it would be very, very harsh on David Price now. But he's definitely coasting it so far. Dave Allen by far the more tired looking of the two, and David Price coasting it with the distance and the jab and the more hurtful punches. Dave Allen in close now, turns David Price goes wits about him, ducks the left from Allen. Allen maybe has had his chance there. He's just maybe the fatigue has come in now on Allen, but I don't know how many people would have thought this would have gone the distance. Let me know if you thought it would go the distance, but just a few rounds off it happening now. I don't want to jinx it for Price, but he's definitely coasting it so far. A minute left in the 10th round here. It's a 12-round fight. Allen looking a bit frustrated. I guess, like the rest of us, he didn't think it would go this way. He thought maybe David Price would come more out. He was even beckoning him on there. I think it was the last round. He was beckoning Price, to fight more. But Price is fighting. He's boxing, and he's definitely hurting Allen much more than Allen has troubled Price. Allen hasn't troubled Price. He's just throwing Hail Marys now, Allen. He's really just going for it. Going for Hail Mary shots to, but at this stage, there's not as much power as maybe in the 5th round. And yeah, it would be amazing to say, but being upset now for Allen to win this fight. Obviously, Price gone. Oh, nice little right there from Price. And nice to see Price actually knock out Allen at this stage because he's done everything right. He's, if he won this fight, it'd be comprehensive victory. Just be nice to top it off with a late stoppage, to show people he can go the distance. And he also gets the knockout win. But Allen looks durable. Just looks absolutely wrecked. But he's definitely looking durable. The last couple of rounds hasn't been a lot of menace coming from Allen, and I just think possibly that's the end. They're looking like no, they're at the calling off. Darren Barker, Dave Allen, they've called it off. That's the end of the fight. Dave, the ref is waving it off now. David Price, really comprehensive victory. David Price, he's answered nice little celebration there, and he's answered a lot of critics there now about his, he's never really troubled by Dave Allen. Dave Allen obviously just had enough. He was completely exhausted and just outboxed by David Price. And good victory, possibly the best victory for, not possibly, I'd say definitely the best victory for David Price since he's lost his first fight to Tony Thompson. So, brings him back into the mix and definitely the UK level, the European level. And if he used that tactic just to stay out of danger with his reach, superior reach, and his, he's really hurting Dave Allen. Dave Allen, people might say quit, but no, he did the right thing. There was, it was hard to see him doing anything there in the last two rounds. He's just exhausted. The last round, the 10th round, he was just really swinging, and there wasn't a lot of power in his punches. So good performance there from David Price. Didn't really put a foot wrong, and other than the fifth, I thought he was just fighting too close there in the fifth, and he's getting dragged into a dog fight, but copped onto himself. And Darren Barker, on the instructions of Dave Allen, told the ref to wave it off. So I wouldn't have thought it, but at that stage there wasn't. It would have been an upset if Dave Allen had a won. There was just didn't look like he had any chance of knocking Price out, which is amazing in itself. So kind of good night so far for David Price, Derek Chisora. Obviously, Dave Allen. It's not the end of Dave Allen. He's only 27, and he's definitely some good domestic fights there. Maybe at some stage you could get a European fight. He's had a good little run there, and I'm sure he'll be back fighting. Maybe somebody like Nathan Gorman. Of course, they're not going to fight because they're on different promotions, really. But could happen. What else would be a good fight for him? I'm not too sure really, but it's be the future is still good for Dave Allen. Like the only thing is he quit, so will people hold that against him? Fans maybe, but he really was on a hide into nothing there. So what could you do? What could you do about it? But David Price, Derek Chisora, Oakley all winning. And no upsets here yet. Again, I don't see Dillian White against Oscar Rivas. I'll be surprised if Dillian White doesn't win that one, But one next for David Price. Who knows? We'll see what he says after it. Don't really know where you take him after that. But I think David Price against Hughie Fury would be a good fight. But again, I don't think Hughie Fury possibly would take it. But I think that would be a great fight. Bit of everything. David Price got the knockout punch. Hughie Fury possibly hasn't as good a knockout punch, and David Price maybe prone to being knocked out. Hughie Fury's got a great chin. I think that tick a lot of boxes. That's the one I'd like to see from. But of course, he's probably going to take somebody in the matchroom stable. So who? I don't know. don't think it'll be Chisora anyway, because it looks like he's nailed on for Parker now. Yeah, I don't know who he'd fight, but I guess Eddie Hearn will have something to say about it now in the interview here. But yeah, David Price, good performance. Didn't really do nothing wrong there. His of course he's 36, David Allen 27, but his fitness through the roof there, David Price. So he didn't seem to fitness wise be in trouble at any stage. And then as the fight went on, which is unusual, the younger fighter tired and didn't really have a lot of gas left, and that's really why he quit. Not because he was majorly hurt, but just because he really didn't have any chance of winning. He had no power left in his punches, and he just really was swinging. That was the only way he was going to beat that was the only way he was going to beat David Price. But with 2 rounds left, it did look like an impossible task. So surprised me now. Got to be honest. I thought David Price was going to follow suit and get knocked out maybe around round 6, 7, and in the fifth, I thought the wheels might be coming off a bit, but proved me wrong. And good win there with David Price. Of course, Derek Chisora, can't stress it enough. If you haven't seen it, if you have seen the Derek Chisora fight, what do you think of that? And what do you think the future lies for him? Obviously, they're talking about Joseph Parker. Uh, Joseph Parker may be a good name as well for Price, although maybe a step down, maybe a step too far for Price, maybe, I don't know. But Price, I don't think he's going to get unless it's vacant, I don't think he's going to get the Commonwealth British titles. I think he thinks he's above them anyway. Maybe Caballel for the European. Maybe Hughie Fury if Hughie Fury's winning the fight in Matchroom. Maybe Nathan Gorman. That might be a good fight as well, Nathan Gorman, although he lost against Daniel Dubois, and I know he's more affiliated with Frank Warren, but maybe he would. That would be a good fight as well. But again, I'd say they're probably just gonna give David Price another fight, maybe against the nobody, and then throw him in against the Lions against maybe Usyk, or if he wins, Usyk, or I don't know, somebody else down the line. But yeah, future looks good from him so far. 36, didn't look 36 there now. Didn't really get troubled the whole fight, so maybe proved a few people wrong. Best performance maybe since he fought Tony Thompson. I mean, since he lost to Tony Thompson. But again, you have any interesting opinions on it yourself, let me know. If you what you think next is for David Price, what you think next for Dave Allen, what you think next for Derek Chisora, and if you're Polish, what you think next of Szpilka. Maybe not a lot of options for him at this stage. Again, maybe just might be used as a name in the future, but I think that's pretty much the end of Szpilka. Derek Chisora looks like he's going to fight Joseph Parker. We're waiting to hear from David Price what possibly his next chances are. And the last fight then of the night now coming up after this, Dillian Whyte against Oscar Rivas. I have Dillian Whyte winning by knockout. Also, if it went the distance, I have Dillian Whyte winning it, but I don't see it going distance. Oscar Rivas, good fighter, but really has fought nobody other than Jennings. He was behind in that fight and he won by TKO. So other than that, he's fought no one in the professional ranks from Colombia. Cali in Colombia. Now resides in Canada. But in the amateurs, he fought some good fighters. Beat Pulev, beat Andy Ruiz Jr., but long time ago, and he lost to Michael J. Hunter in the amateurs as well, But as a professional, 26 wins, 18 knockouts, no losses, no draws. Still waiting for David Price to be interviewed here. It's looks nowhere near like he's being interviewed yet. But it's a man in demand, you know. Man in demand. I suppose they're gonna. No, he's coming down now. They're gonna do it now. But be interesting to see where they want to take him next. You know, it's one or two ways. Maybe they see him as, you know, having a good future, or maybe they're gonna throw him to the Lions and send him, you know, in front of one of the big names they have. Uh, Again, maybe you might fancy Povetkin, but I wouldn't go anywhere near Povetkin if I was him. You know, um, Povetkin a good boxer. I'd be staying well away if I was David Price. With Povetkin doesn't need to go back there. You know, he wobbled Povetkin, he got knocked out. Uh, you know, convincingly by Povetkin. If it was me, if I was advising, if David Price was listening to me, I'd say stay away from Povetkin. You know, all risk, no reward there really, and he's a good boxer as well. So he's used to, you know, he'll definitely that's just a wrong fight for David Price. That's right back to Tony Thompson. You know, it doesn't need to go near him again. There's no benefit in that fight for him. And yeah, so if it was me, David Price be fighting Hughie Fury. Fight somebody next. Try to get Hughie Fury to fight. Then maybe go out fighting against somebody like Usyk or something. But again, I don't think that's a winnable fight for him, you know. But let me know what you think yourself. You're enjoying the if you're watching it, if you're enjoying it, you think it's a pay-per-view event? I certainly don't. Um, Good fights, don't get me wrong, but the Chisora Szpilka great fight, and Dave Price against Dave Allen good fight, but there's no way it's a pay-per-view. If that's me. Like €25 here in Ireland. Uh, Again, I like all the fights, but just don't see them as pay-per-view. But what can you say? You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So anyway, yeah, the main event up next: Dillian Whyte against Oscar Rivas. Just gonna take a quick break here, quick piss break, and a bit of refuel, and back shortly. Okay, good luck. See you in a sec.